All right. Welcome to the first ever Stir podcast. All right. I've been planning this for months. I've been wanting to create something, and I'm finally doing it. And I got my boys with me for the first time.
Damn.
Jason.
It's pretty honoring being on the first ep.
It is the first ep.
It's
It is
pretty
the
crazy,
first
bro.
ep.
Like
We
you
got-
hit me on the third one, I would have been like, nah.
It is the first.
We gotta
It's
be the
the
first, bro. We have
It's
to.
the first. Then we got Jay.
Yo, what's up?
We got Jay. We got both Jasons in the house.
Yeah.
And it's wild to see them because low-key, like, I was talking with David last night at Thanksgiving dinner. Happy Thanksgiving.
Your brother?
Yeah, my little
Okay.
brother. First of all, turned 19. Wild.
That's crazy, bro. What the hell?
He's about to be
dude?
20. I was talking to him, and it's crazy because he's like, it's dope seeing both Jasons. He said this. It's dope seeing both Jasons, like Jay, you know, low-key popping. 20K on Instagram,
Oh,
I
yeah.
see.
20K?
20K.
Dude, I honestly don't even care about followers.
20K
bro.
followers,
I
and your
hate it.
YouTube's popping too.
I'm actually switching. I'm making a new YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah, I'm changing, dude. I want to do
You're
something
switching up,
different.
bro.
He's switching up. He's
Switching up, but
But
I
you're
appreciate
popping,
it.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're popping.
I did.
And
do
Jason,
my
and then he
best.
brought up you, and he's like, he's not so much out there like Jay, but you're still popping.
Oh,
And
he's
I was
popping
like,
and-
what do you mean? He's like, he's happy. He's doing his thing. And I was like, low key.
Bro, I appreciate that. 'Cause that's like,
Bro, that's better than
I was
any
like-
followers, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly.
no, but I'm saying like you're like, let's be real. You're creating your own content. You're
Yeah.
doing your thing. You're creating content just like him for someone else, but you're still enjoying it, still loving it.
yeah.
And it's not so much like I got the followers. He has the followers, but you guys are still in the same realm. You get me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
get
feel
you.
that,
I
I
get
feel
that.
that.
I
So
100%
so it's
get that,
dope
actually.
to see because like going back, we have the Future Mob days.
Bro. Those are the days, man.
those
Those are the days. Those Future Mob days literally molded me who I am. Because if I wasn't for those, I honestly
It's-
wouldn't be here.
And it's wild to think about because some of the stories we have are kind of
They're horrific, bro.
they're
crazy.
pretty bad.
They're pretty dark.
They're
They're
bro.
pretty
They're
dark.
But like, I feel like any kids like that are our age, you know, like everyone like in our age would have done the same thing. They probably do even crazier things.
Yeah,
But like,
but I feel like Jason's told me this so many times. Like the format and like the way we filmed
yeah,
was different.
Yeah.
We did not have like the usual vlog. We did not have the usual
dude,
highlight
it
video.
wasn't like that.
It was like, it was low key almost a David Dobrik style, but just us doing crazy stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
and-
I feel that. And that was before David Dobrik.
And that was before.
You were before David Dobrik.
that was yeah.
He just popped up the actual channel from back in the days, and I was just very impressed by the amount of uploads. Like, I didn't watch any of the videos. I remember the videos pretty clearly, but I was just fascinated by how many uploads.
Bro.
And that was 8 years ago, like when we uploaded the first one. And it was like, damn, homies were low-key working.
Bro,
Bro, we were.
content I remember waking up, bro. It was so annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Waking up Saturday mornings, and I'd get texts in our group chat at like 7:30. Where we at? We got this video. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's
Every
like
On
morning.
it,
it was
bro.
every
yo,
morning, bro.
Future
Even like,
Mob was on it.
bro, even like when people were like, when we didn't have a big group, like it'll just be me and Jason, like, where we at?
Yeah.
Where we going? Like,
Yeah,
he would text me personally, like, where we going? We'll pick me up, and then we'll go skate at a skate park or
but what's
somewhere. Try
But
to
what's
figure
so
it out.
dope about that too is like you guys would be like, "Hey, let's go skate," and then while we're at the skate park, boom, random ideas, and we're like, "Screw it, we're doing it." And literally within that day or next week or a few days later, we're filming that idea that just popped in our head while we were
Yeah.
doing a front feed on a flat bar. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't think Jason
Dude.
ever front feed, but
I can't front feed.
not you.
This fool?
I can
He
front
could
feed.
front
I
feed,
front feed,
bro.
pop over. Hey.
You could front
Pop
feed.
He said,
over,
"I
That's
can
bro.
the
front feed,
weirdest
pop
thing.
over."
He could do, dude. We always have a debate. We're like, oh, who's better? Like, we're like, he's like, oh, you're better than me. I was like, I feel a little bit, but like, I feel like we're both at the same level.
No,
like,
he's definitely like, come on. Are
We're
you
both the-
shitting me?
Jay, you're
okay,
Getting a
because I know how to
little
do
humble right now.
handrails
He's like a
and I know how to
real
jump
life
yeah,
off.
skater.
he is a real life skater.
But like, if it wasn't for like me, like jumping off, if you could do the same thing, I feel like we'll be on the same level. Like, for sure.
Low key, if Jason, I hated this about Jason. He would always say, "Man, I don't know if I could do this trick." Pulls up, does it first try. That bugged me so much. We were at the skate
Oh
park
my
because I'm like, bro, I've told you this already. Just go for it. You're gonna land it.
Bro, there's one thing I hate, like, dude, it pisses me off about him that every time we film, he'll go for a trick for a minute, which I don't care. But then when we stop filming, he lands it.
Yeah,
Like,
all
he'll
the
land-
time.
dude.
Yeah, I don't do shit on cam, bro.
He doesn't
No,
do
he
shit
gets
on
camera shy.
camera.
He gets camera shy.
He doesn't like it, so he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna land it without you guys.
Yeah, I
knowing.
wonder why that happens, bro. What's the psychology behind
It's
that?
it's so weird because there's like I remember when it was at Village, you wanted to kickflip back tail shove out, And I was like, bro, you got kickflip back tail like it's nothing. Just throw it.
Yeah.
Bro threw it down first try, and I'll never forget his reaction with his mouth open. He's like, oh,
Like that
like
one
bro.
right there.
And then we pull the camera out.
Ah,
Couldn't
He
get
can't
it.
do it.
Couldn't get it.
He can't do it.
Couldn't get it.
Yeah.
So,
technology, bro.
but it's tight though. Like going back to the content stuff and the creation, like
Yeah.
how both sides of content creation are like we see it from both sides of both of you guys, and it's dope to see coming back from like Future Mob and the crazy stuff we did and a lot of crazy stuff that we
Yeah, man.
definitely won't share all of it in detail, but like going like what you said, how Future Mob really molded you
Yeah.
into it, and I feel like it was. But how did skateboarding impact like you guys and content
Bro,
creation?
crazy. Skateboarding impacted my life so much. Like, I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't skating, bro. Like, honestly, I'd probably be doing, like, I told my mom this, like, if it wasn't for skating, like, I'd probably be, like, in the streets or something like that.
Mhm.
Like, honestly, it sounds like something someone would always say, but
Yeah.
I don't know what else I would want to do. Because every day I wake up, I'm like, I don't want to skate every day, but I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
And that's literally my whole life right now, is skateboarding, and that's all I care
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, maybe it could be, like, drawing, but fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I just love skating. I don't love it too much when I want to be pro, but I just want to keep doing it and find like anything around. I just want to do it forever.
Yeah. But
Like,
I
as
mean,
much
look
as
at
I
what
can.
skating did for you. Like, you're meeting all these people. Like,
Oh,
you
dude,
made
yeah.
like the podcast you did with Brian Arnett.
Yeah,
Brian Arnett was popping. You're
Poppin',
on a
dude, it's
podcast with him.
it's crazy.
You're with Mowgli. You're with all these people. You're at the Braille Skate House. You're like, you know,
It's
skateboarding
crazy,
is
dude. That
helping you out
people
with
that I
content
watch,
creation.
like they hit me up and they talk to me and stuff, and I'm like, what the? It's
Yeah.
insane. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's
Like
wild.
I'm not up there with them, but like they see me and they see like stuff I post and know like.
Yeah.
And when I talk to them, they'll tell me all about it and everything. And I'm like, I don't try to like network that much like that. I just skate and I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy to meet
Yeah,
people
yeah.
I used to watch.
It's tight.
Yeah, it's
tight.
really tight.
What about you, Jason? How did skateboarding like really impact on content creation, like for you?
I mean, content creation, I don't know, because, like, where he's coming from, like, he's all about skating.
Yeah.
Honestly, skating really wasn't like that for me at all.
Mm.
Like, it really was never like that. Like, even when we were growing up, like, 12 years old, skating with Brett and shit,
Yeah.
for the most part, wait, are we able to cuss it? Like,
Family friendly.
family
It's
friendly?
fine. It's
Alright,
fine.
you just
It's
get a
fine.
little bleep.
Yeah, little bleep right there.
But yeah, man, like, even then, like, I didn't really skate like that. Like, I'll go home and play video games, and then, like, it just really was.
Yeah.
Skating
yeah.
was just a way that we all like got together, and that's what I always enjoyed about it. It was like, yo, meet up at the skate park, and then we'll do something. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But it was never like, dude, like when we would skate all day, it just really wasn't what I like to do. Even when it came to content, like we didn't make a whole video of skateboarding.
Yeah.
There'll be 30 seconds to a minute of skateboarding, and then it'll turn into something else. So to me, it was never really like, even today, like I probably skated like 3 times in the last
Yeah.
couple months. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not really skating like that. But overall, it's pretty crazy how much it just brings people together.
It does, huh? That's what'll make it actually fun when you're hanging out with all your homies. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to skate like that, but when everyone's all together in that skate park, I was like,
Bro,
fuck
the
it,
vibes
skater.
are different.
Yeah, everything's different.
The vibes
bro.
are different.
Everything's
You
different.
just get that feeling like, hey, I'm gonna pop off the quarter pipe when I haven't skated in like 3 months.
Bro, imagine we took that into the streets. We just took all that whole energy and was like, let's go to the
Bro.
skate spot. And then we all like were fucking like
Bro,
crazy.
I mean, we try that.
You'll-
Let's be
you'll
honest.
see-
We
bro,
went to
you'll
the
see me
streets
hit
a
a-
lot.
You'll see me hit a fat back 50.
Yeah, I want to see
That's
that.
it.
I
That's
want to
it.
see him back. Yeah, I
That's
skated
it.
with you the other day. You're like, I can't do anything.
Bro, I couldn't do
He
anything.
couldn't help it. I
Bro,
was like, that's his
I couldn't
thing.
do anything. No, I'm not joking. We pulled up to Penny Park.
He couldn't
Bro,
do anything.
Couldn't do anything.
Yeah, but when we went to Cerritos, he said the same thing, right? And I was like, bro, I'll give you 10 minutes. You better do something. What did you do? Back to
I did back tail big spin.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, it took literally like 10, 15 minutes.
But at
tops.
that park,
That part you couldn't do anything.
I was struggling, bro. I couldn't back 180 off the little mani pad.
Well, I
thing.
feel like I can't do nothing at that park.
That park is pretty hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like really like, what do I do?
It's
That-
just a
that's
rail
true.
and this
That's
little
true.
small little ledges.
I love pyramid though. I'll back you a pyramid.
Oh, Pyramid at Village?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what the heck?
Online.
Village is like the best.
Village pyramid is different.
Village is the best.
So keeping with the skating, this can be a different answer for both of you guys. Obviously, what is best trick you've ever landed, and best thing that's ever been filmed, whether that's you or a skate part?
So it has to be around skating, like a clip.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. I like my number one trick I like doing. Like it's crazy for me if I do anything like a tray flip slide. Like I love
That's
that trick.
nuts.
It's a crazy trick.
Like,
so like
Seeing
every-
it messes up my brain.
yeah, I mean I've done it a couple of times, but every time I do it, I'm like, dang, like I can skate. Like these are good clips. But like it has to be like a tray flip slide. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What about you? Best trick you've ever landed,
Best trick I ever landed. I have
Or-
no idea.
or
See, that's the thing. Like, I
Bro,
don't really got
that-
tricks
Bro,
like that.
no,
You
I,
had.
I'll say my best trick that he's ever
All
done.
right.
Backsmith kickflip out Vans last try
Yep.
before the lights
See,
went off.
that
I
was
always
a-
talk about that one.
See, the tricks
That was
not
a
that
banger.
great, but the experience of how that happened was
yeah.
pretty sick.
You look at the all around situation, right? Dude's banging on the fence. Last time, get out, get out. He's like, no, one more. If you look at the background of the clip, you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You're literally by yourself.
He's the only one in there.
Backsmith dipped, pop out, flip, lands bolts. Last
Bro.
try. He
Bruh.
literally rolled out the park right after.
That
That
is
was,
a
my,
bang.
that was my first time ever
rolled
doing that
out.
trick.
First
And I
time,
was
yeah.
like, Everybody get out, party slow." So I'm like, bro, last try.
Yeah, that for sure. At least for me,
Yeah, that was a
was
cool
like yours.
experience.
But what do you think yours is? Because I know your style's way different than his.
yeah,
You're
that's
a
what
little
I'm saying. Like,
free-flowy.
I don't really like do hard
Okay.
tricks if I'm being honest.
I
Like,
know one that kind of like blew my mind when you first ever did it. I was like, whoa, what the, what the hell? When we used to go to Jefferson, he used to do like lip slides to front
Oh my-
boards.
Yes, the lip slide from board.
That shit was crazy, bro. I
Bro,
was like,
bro,
what?
It's on a ledge. That's a ledge.
That's-
It's
it
on a
does-
ledge.
It's not really good for sliding like that either.
It's
like,
not.
That's so funny. I jogged that off some dude. Like, I literally seen him do it. I'm like, bro, that's the craziest shit I ever seen.
Bro,
Dude.
when I saw him go over, because I remember I went and he was like, "Hey, I learned a new trick," and you haven't posted it on Instagram yet, and I was like, "All right, let me see it," and then he didn't land it first try, but seeing him go on a lip and try to throw it around, I was like,
From board.
"What?"
I remember where he was like, "Let's go to Jefferson." I think I was filming you, and you were just like going for it. I was like, "Dang, he's getting close every try," and you
Yeah, that
did
was
it.
an
I was like,
interesting one.
"Damn, we did it!"
It's like your whole body goes this way, your
Yeah.
whole body goes the other
Dude,
way.
like, yeah, it's
it's
so
dumb.
weird for the momentum,
It's
bro.
dumb.
It's a really crazy little trick to think about, but that
Yeah,
shit-
I haven't
was
done
crazy.
that probably since then, bro.
There's a lot of stuff we did, but we just don't remember.
Yeah.
Like I have like a lot of stuff in my head I could think of, but like I just don't. Like it's just hard to like pick the number one.
Yeah, I feel it.
But yeah,
I feel it.
There's a
Dang.
lot of crazy
So
stuff.
I mean, I've seen you guys always skate for a while, and I've seen a lot of crazy tricks. And so all I gotta say is y'all are different. Y'all are born different, different breed.
Different breed.
Keeping with like content creation and everything, what influencer helped you grow and understand more of content creating? Because like when I was hanging out with you guys a while back, like I remember John Hill, right? You guys start filming for John
Yeah.
Hill and his Planet Millie. You got you hanging out with, or both of you guys, Dale Decker, all of them for a while. Now you're going with like Mowgli and you're doing all that stuff. Like what influencer, and especially now, sorry, shout out to Jump Rope Dudes, especially
Hey.
now,
That's the
Right?
homie. Hey, shout out
Especially-
Dan.
Dudes, baby.
especially like right now with him, like what influencer has helped you understand what content creation is and what you can do with it, and helped you grow in what your content creation is?
Dude, honestly, every single influencer or like any content creator I meet, they give you something always different. Everyone gives you something different. Like you could either take it or just like kind of like leave it. Like
Yeah.
some people have other ways to film or other ways to do this, but like every time I try to get them to talk about like the process, whatever they do.
Yeah,
And that's my favorite part about like getting to meet them, because we get to talk about that stuff. But I do take little bits of everything and I just listen and I just try to like oh, that's where they are. That's why they're
Yeah.
there, because they're doing this or they're there at the right time. But I mean, everyone, like even the guy like Dan we work for, like do I learn so much from him like all
Yeah.
the time? And like even being there, like I tell him like I want to be in that position. Like I want to be the position where we get two people like us and like
Mhm.
film me.
yeah,
And I go out and it's like, let's do this and do this. And like us, like I'd probably say Dan is probably like the number one like
Okay.
influencer. Like I probably get it then.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I never learned so much off of this one influencer. But everyone I have, yeah, it's always a little knowledge.
Yeah.
But
seeing Dan's setup too, and seeing the
Dude.
behind the scenes that you guys post is kind of wild. He's
Yeah.
with it.
he's with
He's
it.
with
dude.
it.
When I first walked in, even to his crib and like just seen him in person, I was kind of like, and I probably the first person that I got starstruck like that was
Yeah.
Dale, and after that I never have. Like
Mm.
anybody that I've met after Dale, like I literally don't care. Like I'm not like, oh shit, you got
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
after like I realized that like, oh, these people are normal human beings.
Yeah,
You know, it's just
Yeah.
like, So after Dale, I did kind of, but when I met Dan, it was kind of different because I walked in his crib and I was like, oh, you could do something with this.
yeah.
Dude,
It's just kind of crazy.
it's like like when I first met Dan, I was like, bro, you could do all this by this selling jump ropes. Like I didn't even
Yeah.
know about jump
Wild.
roping until like 2 months ago.
I didn't
bro.
even know there was weighted ones.
Bro, me
I thought
neither.
there was only the ones at Target.
Dude,
The rubber ones that
this
smack
are-
your back.
like,
Ooh,
thousands
those sting.
Dude, those hurt, but the weighted ones, they smack, bro. When you get smacked by those, they hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're,
But
Wait,
yeah,
so what? Sorry, what
No,
is
you're good.
weighted? Is it the handles
nah.
or it's the
Well,
actual rope?
the handles are a little weighted, but the rope is the actual like the thing, cause you're spinning around that
Yeah,
weight.
because you get weighted
Gotcha.
ropes
It's
like
at like
resistance.
Walmart, like, but it's like the actual handles, but it doesn't really do the same effect of like the actual weighted rope going over.
Gotcha, because that's where the workout's at. It's
Yeah.
the weight moving around you where you
There's
got
all types of like weights too. There's like 1 pound, 2 pound, 5 pound, bro. I think it's
5
heavy, bro.
pounds.
Heavy.
You
Like,
got to
We
swing
got
that
a
around
new
your
video
whole body.
coming, $500
New
for
video
the
going on.
5 pound.
mhm.
Yep.
Just leave right now, bro.
He
If
said
we bring a
$500.
Yeah, if you were able
Bro.
to jump rope, we did it. We just filmed that. It was a 30 seconds. If you could jump rope for 30 seconds, no mess up with the 5 pound, you get $500.
if we bring the 5 pound, bro, if I bring it here and I'll tell you like jump rope 30 seconds for it, I'll give you $500. I don't know, bro.
It's
We
really
could do
difficult.
it.
And someone won it, and the
Bro.
video's coming out.
Yeah,
already.
someone did win it. Someone won.
That's
500.
crazy. Yo,
Yeah.
shout out to whoever won
Yeah,
that.
shout out
That's
to,
wild.
Wait, going
Gloria.
back to the other question
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like the who influenced you. Were you talking about like people that you met in general, or like
Oh,
influencers in?
I would say the
in-
people that you met.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know for a while, I don't know if you remember this, but you told me like Casey Neistat for you was kind of big
Yeah.
at a point in your life and when we were filming and stuff.
I feel like
but-
everybody jogged Casey Neistat.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was popping.
Everyone had to. bro.
Everybody like adopted Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
He like paved
but
the
who-
way.
Like, all right, let's do that then. Let's change up the question. Who have you met as an influencer has helped you grow? And who do you think that you've watched that you've never met helped you grow?
I mean, that I met for sure Dale, cause he kind of just put us on the map, and I'll never take that for granted, bro.
Mm.
He taught us like so much. Like, no one really gave us that opportunity, like especially at the time, and we were like hustling for a minute. Like, you know that, like
yeah.
for a while we didn't get no views until we met Dale, and he like shouted us out and helped out or
Yeah.
whatever. But like someone that I didn't meet and I want to give the flowers to is Gary Vee, straight up.
Gary Vee.
Gary
Gary
Vee
Vee
changed my life. I
Mm.
swear to God, like Gary Vee, like since 20, like I say, like not to get too dark, but 2016, 2017, 18, I was going through it
Mm.
hard, you know. And Gary Vee at that is where it really molded me, you
Yeah,
know. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, damn. And I still look up to him today, and it's gonna be crazy when I'm like meet him and be like
Yeah.
being able to tell him like it's crazy, like.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do for people. Like, even an ounce of what Gary Vee did for me, like, that's what I want to do. Like, that's my overall mission. And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
tight.
That's
That's
sick.
tight. Gary Vee, I remember he was like popping on social media and everything, like fresh out of high school. And I remember seeing those videos where it's like he would just say like, get up and do it. Stop whining. Stop crying. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I
He'd
would
say
be
his
like,
little
dang.
thing.
And that was when I was in soccer. And so I would take that into soccer and I was like, why am I crying about a practice of sprinting?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
there's so much more to do than
Yeah.
whine and stuff. So yeah, Gary Vee, he was huge in that.
Bro, I can
So-
see you. I can see you in one of those videos in those Gary Vee clips when you're like, "Hey, bro, you changed my life." and
Oh,
everything."
bro, I'm going to go
I,
to my
I
I'm
want.
gonna
I want
cry.
to
Yeah,
see one
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
You better pin that.
Dude,
pin that to your
most
page
likely going to
forever.
cry, bro. Like, I'm
Bro.
going to come back to this video, then I'm going
Dang.
to post the video of the
Bro,
Gary when
that'd
I
be
meet
so
Gary
cool.
Vee.
Dang,
And I'm
you
probably
gonna
going to be
clip it?
crying. Yeah, I'm going to
Dude,
clip
clip that forever. That'll be your intro to every platform. You do.
my god. Oh man.
That'd be
So
funny.
so since you guys are like, you know, jump rope dudes and content creation has been things since like way back when of gaming, right? Like that
Mhm,
was
yeah.
way back when, you know what I mean? BO1 days and stuff, you feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Like
Damn.
so what would you say is the hardest thing to getting content up and running? What's the hardest thing that you guys struggle with, you know, getting content out, make sure you have it on time and all that? Like what small details do you think is the hardest?
That's probably for me. It's like when it comes to making like content, like it's sometimes it'll be confidence. Like sometimes I don't have enough confidence, or I just don't feel like doing it, and that's when I stop. And then it would be just a lack of time.
Gotcha.
That's it. Like sometimes I
Like
just
time management with your
time
stuff.
time
and-
management, like when to do it, how long you should do it, like when not to like procrastinate and stuff. Like
Mm.
because I've been balancing recently a lot of stuff, so I'm like so everywhere in my content. That's why
Gotcha.
I feel like I haven't been doing that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably be the main one, time management.
Time
yeah.
management.
For me, I just think it's like overthinking. Like, I think that's for everybody. Like, you were saying you're trying to get this podcast running for like 6 months, right? And when you
Yep.
probably did the initial, like, oh, you know, I'm going to do it. Like, it probably really wasn't that bad, right? Like,
Nah.
it wasn't like you probably didn't need 6 months to get ready.
I'll be
right?
real. I watched a few tutorials and that was it.
Exactly. So I just think that's like everyone in general, like myself included, like we try and make this whole thing like this is like so complicated and overcomplicate everything when in reality like you just do it.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. And I think that's like the hardest crutch for a lot of like just people that are trying to create is like, what do I create? And this is what I struggle with today.
Yeah.
I'm saying as like this is what I'm struggling to like right now. It's
Yeah.
like what do I create? And what I always try and find a balance of what we did do in Future Mob is never think, which is
Dude,
it's a
yeah.
great thing, but it's also
Oh my-
not that great in a
Yeah.
lot of times.
Yeah.
But like the art of just doing
Mm-hmm.
is insane. What of the productivity you could do, like it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
tight.
That's it. Yeah, I agree with the same thing.
Yeah,
Actually.
it was tight though. Like, even with the podcast, the thing that I struggled with was the format of it and what I wanted to do with it. Like, it's like, so right now, I want to be a pastor, a preacher, all that. And when you give a sermon, you got to figure out what are you trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what you're doing. And so in a podcast, you can have a conversation, right? You can have a conversation about anything. But what do you want to say in your
Like
podcast?
what's the message?
What do you want to give out? And so with this podcast, I want to give that opportunity to people like you guys who are in content creation, people who came from Mexico to US and have a job here. How was that transition from that?
Ooh, I
How-
can't wait
Yeah.
to see that.
Dude,
You know what
that's
I
gonna be
mean?
a
Like, I
banger.
want to give that outlet to people to share what all this world can offer in
Yeah.
different stages in life, in different ways of life, and you get to share it, and everyone understands about content creation,
Yeah.
about immigration and all that,
Yeah.
about all that stuff. And that's what I want this podcast to be. That was the struggle for me, was trying to figure out what do I want to say. That's like
Yeah.
the main thing. And I feel like with YouTube videos, it's the same thing, right? You have an idea. How do I get that idea onto a video? How do I want to relay that to other people to understand what I
Yeah.
want to put out? So I think that for me, at least for the podcast, that was my hardest thing. But going back, so you guys are helping out with Jump Rope Dudes, filming, editing,
Mhm.
all that stuff. Pretty dope. It's tight. $500 for Jump Rope, crazy. How does it feel when you see the stuff you film, you edit, and that you put in all your time and effort in to see go up on a influencer's page like that, or even like your personal stuff, and see the final product go out and see how like, dang, I did that. I remember it took me like 2 hours just to make sure this clip looked like this, the color grading. Like, how does it feel when you see that up on that page?
I mean, it definitely feels like rewarding when especially when when he appreciates it and like he's like, oh yeah, this is a really good piece of content right here, and he throws it up, and you're like, damn, like it's on there. Like it feels good because
Yeah.
knowing that's your stuff right there. I mean, I don't really care if people know or not, but I just know it's like that's my stuff up there, and like that's what I just learned from just like me just doing it by myself.
Yeah.
So I mean, in the end of the day, like I was really like when it first ever happened, and I was like posting stuff, like dude, I got it on that page, I got it on that. Like I was like tripping a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. But
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like I just try to better myself to see like what else I could probably put myself into other people's platforms too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
it's fun. It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well.
Cut
bro.
it, cut it. Hit
You might
that.
as well. You might as well.
Hit it with a cut, bro.
So this video is sponsored by Emmanuel Church.
So
We have
Emmanuel
Wednesdays
Church.
and Thursdays.
Shout out Emmanuel.
Hey man, shout out to what's that guy's name?
Shout out Emmanuel. Peter.
Shout out to Pete, bro.
Shout out Pete. Man.
Hey, Pete, man, came in
helped
clutch.
out with
Davidson.
cameras. All right. Question. Answer.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I don't really like. I don't know. I don't really like care like that it's on there.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I like going back to what he said. Like every video is literally just trying to improve. Like I got to the point I'm trying to get beast, bro. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get real life beast now. At
Make
that,
commercials,
I
all
like.
that.
I notice how much I like working like behind the scenes, and I know for a fact like in a couple years or whatever, I'm gonna make my own stuff too for sure.
Yeah.
Like both.
Yeah.
But I love working for somebody, and I love bringing someone else's idea to life. You know, it's super sick, and that's why I got into like videography and doing music videos for a while. Like bringing someone else's idea to life is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty cool idea, but like it going on to like a page that's already kind of popping, like I kind of don't. It doesn't really like affect me in any way, really.
Really.
Yeah, it doesn't like. For some reason.
That's tight to see because we see both sides, right? You
Yeah.
feel accomplished, you feel good.
Yeah.
Doesn't really bother you.
Yeah, I
But,
mean,
like-
I feel accomplished that the video is good. Like, I'm like, oh, this is kind of good. Like, the video
Yeah.
itself
Okay.
is sick, but it going onto a page that's kind of popping, it just really doesn't.
It's just the fact that you got it done and it looks good.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
that's
it-
the final
it gets
product
it-
is dope.
Yeah,
whether
if you
that's
get-
on like a YouTube channel with 10 subs
Mhm.
or an Instagram with 200K or a YouTube with 1 million subs.
It just
like,
shows
the
you that
videos.
your content or the video you made could
Yeah.
be published to like that many viewers, and that person who owns all that is okay with it. So it's like then you're like, oh, I'm not that bad. Like I'm
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty
it's
good at what I
crazy
do.
when you think about it. Like,
and like
yo.
it brings your confidence a little more higher because you're like, damn, I was scared. Like all this stuff was all these
Yeah.
people were gonna see all my mistakes, but it's like that video was good and all these people saw it, and like
Yeah.
it's whatever now. Like
That's
I kind
tight.
of feel the same way. It's like whatever, because right now like I am, but like it's still like then like it's pretty crazy. Like dang.
That's tight. And honestly, seeing you guys like how how you guys like single-handedly started off going back to like the gaming, right?
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
gaming was
dude.
huge for you guys. This dude, trick shots in BO2 was nasty, bro.
yeah, he
Dude,
was
I
nasty.
love
he was
BO2
he
trick
was
shots.
different.
Yeah, I was a BO2 guy. You guys are everywhere, but I was just
You-
like I gotta
Bro,
stick
he
with
was
BO2.
different. But then we can't forget homeboy over here.
He's OG, bro. I
right? With
can't.
the knifer on Doom, right? Like we can't forget Doom Gel.
Yeah,
like that,
Doom
like-
Jail's on another level.
Yeah,
Doom,
going
bro.
back to like all the gaming and stuff, like that's what triggered all that content creation for you guys. I feel like if it wasn't for like gaming and like, oh, I want to put this clip on YouTube, you know what I mean,
That's
or
true.
stuff
And-
like
and the
that.
crazy part it was because I think that the skating on, not on our channel personally, but like on Brett's channel and on Moises' channel, that
Mhm.
was even before the gaming
Yeah.
videos. And it's just crazy. Like, it's crazy to think back how much we've been creating, like, just naturally. It's just kind of like going back to my first ever video. Realistically, was like when I was like 8, and I made like a Jackass video. I don't know if I even told you guys ever
I
about
think
that.
I
you
don't
did.
remember
Were you
this.
smashing stuff in your head?
Yeah,
Yeah, you did. You said you can't find it though.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought that was a
it was
Future
on
Mob
my-
video.
It was
when
on
you-
MySpace. Yeah, I ran it back on Future Mob.
Yeah, right it back a couple
But
times.
yeah, I
you
was
put
like
it out
8
on
years old, bro.
MySpace.
Yeah, it was on MySpace. Like
Damn, you're
we had
creating.
just finished watching Jackass, and it was my cousin that actually got me into skateboarding in general. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was like a fanboy of him. Like I was like, I always wanted
Yeah.
to be like him, and I remember he said something like, "Yo, let's film something," like
Mhm.
or something in that sort. And I was down. I was like, bro, I started smashing watermelons on my head. Like I hit
Oh, that's
myself
Jill.
like with a marker on.
Oh
Yeah, bro,
my
it was crazy.
God.
But you hear yourself down there with the marker?
No, you
Yeah, and I made
didn't.
2 episodes, bro.
What marker was it? Was it like a thick Expo marker?
Yeah, it was like a you grab it with that.
Like you had to grab it like that.
Yeah, you gotta grab it full.
You had to grab
Yeah.
it.
Oh my
And then it
gosh.
went into the crazy part is that when we would film with like Moises and like Brett, I hated being on camera for some reason. I don't know if it was like insecurities or
Mm.
who knows. I mean, I probably was a little bit chunkier back then, or
Oh, yeah.
who knows, bro. Like I don't know why I hated to be filmed. Like even when I would do a
Interesting.
hard trick, I'm like, nah, don't film it. Like I'll be like, don't film it. And
That wasn't the
Until-
Joe I knew.
until randomly I was like, bro, let's get these clips.
I'll never forget. I was
Bro,
always
this money.
like, there was a time when I had like the cleanest phone, right, out of all of us.
Damn,
And
yeah,
it was
you
always like,
baller.
hey, Bieber's phone.
Bieber's phone.
Hey, Bieber's
Run it.
phone.
I feel
He's
like
got
we
the
just grab
X.
your phone now.
my phone now. That's how
What
it
phone
is.
you got?
I got the 13. That's it. It's not the Pro, but it's the 13.
You got the 13. So
you
I'm
got the
like,
Pro, huh?
I got the
You got the
14.
14.
You got the
bro.
14?
I got the 14.
He's like,
Pro
I'm
Max.
sorry, I had to do this to you. But I got
I
the
got the
Sorry, you
10,
can't
bro.
film with it though. Nah, you'll get an upgrade soon. You'll get an upgrade soon.
What's that, the 7?
Nah,
Don't
6.
disrespect him like that. Don't disrespect.
What do you mean?
You don't
This
have.
is-
That is not the
I
six.
No, that's a
upgraded
6.
No, it's not. You got a button?
You have a button?
No. You,
Bro,
Nah,
a 7
I was
a
about to
7 was a
say.
compliment.
I was about to
I know.
say. I was
Seven
about
was-
to say he still has a button. Sheesh.
The
I'm gonna have to
7
talk
was
to
a-
jump rope dudes. What's up with
I
that?
know, we need to get a new phone.
So just like going back to like the gaming and the Moises videos and all that stuff, like way back when, and even for you, like what would you, if you had the chance to go back to talk to your younger self, right, back in that day, what would you tell yourself about content creating? What would you say? Like what would you tell?
But
What
I
would
would have
you
told
tell
that
Jason
boy,
Leyva
I would
and
have been like,
Jason
yo,
Van Poorpel?
learn how to edit.
Let's
Damn,
learn.
bro. That's it.
Let's
That's
learn how to
really it.
edit.
Like we were making the videos, like we were filming good, I feel like. At least to an extent. But especially in my like say like the Call of Duty ones, if I just would have edited them better,
Yeah.
like the clips were decent. Like if you would have just been able to edit things better, make them look nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Like even with the Future Mob, I feel like if we were just able to have like a different like approach on the editing process and like
Yeah.
And going back to Tony, he will always be telling us dude, like, what if you just like shoot it a little better, you know, like,
Yeah.
like he'll actually give us like advice into and we'll be like, nah, like, and of course, especially at that time, I was so stubborn about it. I'm like, nah, because it takes away from the moment. I'm like, bro, it takes 2 more seconds, and then you would have got a better shot.
Yeah.
That's it.
And what's dope too, shout out Tony, because he actually made our first feature mob video.
He did.
Yeah, he did, dude.
I remember that.
Tony
And the
did
edit
it.
was dope. I'll never forget
It's crazy.
the starting scene of when he was in the trunk. Came out. I was like,
Ding,
get out,
ding,
idiot.
ding. Yeah.
Never forget. Never
We
forget.
got
but
copyrighted and deleted.
yeah, that's sad.
No,
I love
but
that
the
video. That
sound
video was
got
sick.
deleted.
Sound.
That video is sick. That video is sick. So to end off all this stuff and content creation and how you guys came up with content creating and stuff, what would you want to say to anyone that's watching, like, who's into content creating or wants to be an influencer or anything like that? What encouragement would you give them to step into it, or to keep going with it, or to just like me, like if I were watching it and I want to do a podcast, what would you tell those people?
Okay, so if I was talking to you, if you wanted to, all right, let's just forget about you. For somebody,
Just kidding.
because I was gonna go into the podcast thing and be like,
I'm
tell
joking.
you, but I would tell anybody who wants to do anything with content creating, this exactly what everyone says: do what you love. If you don't do what you love, then you're not gonna be able to get anywhere. You're gonna keep doing something you're gonna hate. So if you want to do this, like even if it's a drawing, skating, playing basketball, if you really want to make any content around that, just look around that area, like basketball, and just try to do anything and try a bunch of different things, and like always be consistent. And even if you're not, just giving it a shot, like it means like the world. And probably if you don't know it, but posting those videos and you seeing it and learning from it, just keep trying it. Like try something, because you're not gonna be able to get anywhere if you don't even try it. So that's what I'm still doing. I'm still learning all this stuff. So like I try every single day around the skateboarding scene, like what I want to do this, when I want to do this, but I still manage to put the time and try to figure out like what exactly I want to put in my videos, and just be really creative with it. Just be really creative and different.
Bet.
Stand out from different people.
Mm,
You don't want to be the same person.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll say something like super similar. Is it just goes back to like not overthinking and just trying
Mhm.
things. Because a lot of people, including myself, I don't even know what I want to do. Like I don't know what the style of, like I'm kind of over like what I used to do. And what I try and always kind of remind myself is that going back to like the roots of just experimenting and just trying different things, then you're going to land on something that you actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And we're all young, like we're super young,
Yeah.
so we don't even know really what the style of content that you want to make, and it's just all trial and error and having the
Yeah.
confidence
Facts.
of like not being judged for like making these videos. Like
Mhm.
I think that's all it really is, just trial and error until you find something that this is cool, and then ride that until you don't like it anymore. And once you don't like it anymore, don't be afraid to switch up.
Yeah.
That's all it really
There's
is.
so
feel it.
many big influencers out there that do something, and then they start blowing up, and then they start going down, and they try something different, they'll go back up. Like this is a
Mhm.
bunch of things. Like you're not always gonna be in the top and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm always right here, and I go up a little bit and go down.
Yeah.
But like I know one day if you just keep trying, don't give up. Like you're just gonna go like up, and just be prepared. Like, dude, if you really love it, you're willing to stick around even if you go down.
Yeah.
So it's just all at the end of the day if you love it or not. And I mean, I love filming. I love like making
Yeah.
stuff. So regardless if I'm a skate forever or if I'm a do something different, I just know I'm gonna keep filming it and like
Yeah.
trying to make something out of it, or like a little business. You never know. When you get older, you just start changing. Like it's
Yeah.
honestly true. When you get older, your
Yeah.
mindset starts changing. You start like
Completely
liking
different.
different stuff, and
Facts.
you meet new
Yeah,
people,
it's
and you gotta
crazy.
you can't be afraid of like meeting these new people, like like letting people allow in your life, but also being aware like who you're letting yourself and like bring people into,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, with all that being said, I mean like just keep trying and keep trying
And
whatever
keep-
you want to
and
do.
Keep doing you, huh?
Yeah, keep doing you, even if you don't know who you are.
Just
Like
do it.
keep doing whatever your heart feels like
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
do.
I feel it. I
That's
feel
what
it.
I would say.
Well, that's episode 1. Thanks for hopping on.
Yes,
Jason.
sir.
Got to bring on Future J, Future Gel. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
Those are the
Never
OG
forget.
names, man.
Man, so that's episode 1. Thank you so much for stopping by, watching the podcast. I want to leave you guys with my favorite verse right now. I'm not going to lie. 2 Corinthians 13:14. May the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God the Father and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all. Have a good one. It's been a blast. Thank you guys for coming on. Stir Podcast, episode 1. It's wraps.